With Real Estate Wise, and today we're going to talk about some of the hidden or unexpected costs in purchasing a home. Now, most buyers enter into the market and they realize that they're most likely going to have a down payment. Now, the down payment is going to greatly depend on the type of financing you have. Believe it or not, there are some financing options that allow for zero down payment, such as VA, USDA, and some first-time home buyer grant programs or first-time home buyer assistance programs. Okay, so most come into it knowing that they're going to need a down payment. And everybody knows that unless you pay cash for the property, you're going to have a mortgage payment. So we've got the mortgage payment. And like I said, everybody knows that. What many buyers come into the market and they're not aware of is that they're going to have closing costs associated with the purchase. Now, closing costs will cover the attorney's fees, the origination, setting up escrows. Basically, it's everything that or the money charged to get the home into the new buyer's name, as well as set up the mortgage. Now, closing costs are typically going to be around 3.5%. And I say typically because it can vary greatly depending on the loan type, origination, interest rate, the attorney you choose, etc. So the 3.5% is just an approximation. Now, the great news is, in our area, so in the metropolitan Atlanta area, sellers will pay closing costs in about 75% of the cases. Sorry, that's a percent sign. Now, let's not be naive. I mean, any closing costs that the sellers are paying are coming out of the purchase price. So it's going to affect the seller's net on the seller's side of things. So whatever they're paying in whatever they're paying in closing costs is just being tacked on to the purchase price. Now, a couple of other things to remember when you're going to purchase a home or when you're entering the market to consider purchasing a home. You're also going to need to pay for your appraisal. Now, an appraisal is absolutely required on any home that you're going to get a mortgage. And you're going to have to use the mortgage company's appraiser. And the fee for that is typically going to be between $400 and $500. Now, if you're buying a very large, very expensive home, that fee can certainly go up. And you're also going to have your inspection fees. Now, inspections start out at around $350 and go up from there. And it will depend greatly on the inspection company you use, how large the home is, if the home has a basement. It's also going to depend on if the general home inspector finds anything that you need to explore further, such as maybe mold or concern about radon or something along those lines. So these are the majority of the costs. And you may also have homeowners association costs, because many homeowners associations will have an initiation fee. I guess I should have looked up how to spell that before I started this video. And they're also going to have a closing letter fee. And that is basically a closing letter or closing statement fee. And these two things can be negotiated into the contract as well as the closing cost. Now, the appraisal and the inspections are typically always going to be paid by the buyer, and they can't really be rolled into the purchase price of the property. I hope this clears up some of the unexpected costs associated with purchasing a property. Now, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, I didn't include something, please let me know. I do want to make this as inclusive as possible. So give me a call, 470-222-3350. And I also want to invite any questions that you have, again, 222-3350, or you can email me at dblanton@kw.com. So you can email me at dblanton@kw.com, and that's dblanton@kw.com. Anyway, I hope this video helps you make the wise move in the market. And again, if we can do anything for you, please let us know.